Hmm. Hello guys, Alex here from the Just channel, back on the podcasting with my friend Mark. Say hello, Mark.
Hi guys, what's up?
And today we will talk about the one movie. We will not talk about all three of them because we don't have time, and I think all the movies should be talked one by one because there is so much ground to cover.
Yeah,
So today we will talk about Punisher Warzone, or better to say, second movie of the Punisher quote unquote series with Ray Stevens as a main badass guy known as Frank Castle. So take it away, Mark.
right. So originally, Punisher Warzone was supposed to be a sequel to the 2004 Punisher movie, but pretty much what happened is that the actor that originally played the Punisher got
Mm-hmm.
into a huge disagreement with the director, and they pretty much went their own way.
I figured as much.
Yeah, and pretty much the studio scrapped the whole project like entirely, but Marvel wanted to cash in on the beginning of the new superhero movie era, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
They had like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man and X-Men, so they wanted to keep pushing the Punisher series. And then we got the new cast and the new movie entirely, you know.
Yeah, and somehow I might add that first Punisher movie was pretty good. I mean, pretty
Yeah,
good in despite the fact that cast was okay. I mean, John Travolta as it's not a Kingpin, Fisk, right? Yeah, it's a Fisk,
yeah,
but I
yeah.
know it was his name was Kingpin or something. I don't think it's just Fisk. And the main guy, I forgot the name of the Punisher, of the guy who act.
Thomas Jane,
Yeah,
Tom Jane,
Tom
right?
Jane, Tom Jane,
Yeah.
Tom Jane. Yeah, thank you for that. And the guy was done a pretty solid role in Punisher. It was a serious movie, seriously done. Though I don't just like the fact in the second part when they are talking about his accident, about his family and mafia gunning them down. They're saying in the second part that Frank Castle took his family to the picnic. Like literally, he took only his wife and his two children.
Yeah.
But in reality, mobs are make disappear the whole castle branch. Whole. No one left
Yeah,
alive.
yeah, they pretty much took out his whole family because he killed the son of the mafia boss.
I mean, it was his job, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
exactly.
mobsters will not forgive you, and you get what you have. If they have
Yeah,
killed Frank Castle that day, Punisher won't be born at all.
yeah,
However,
exactly.
however, our guy has quote unquote risen from the dead and starts punishing, if I may say that, pun intended. And we are coming to the part that he, in the second movie, where, hmm, I will say the movie was done a little bit like comic relief at one point because
Yeah,
whole cast of the characters. I mean, okay, I did the research about the Jigsaw. Jigsaw is a psychopath. Hard,
he's pretty much like the Joker, but from the Marvel side of comics.
yeah, and his brother Looney Bin Jim.
Yeah,
However, in the movie they were portrayed like comic relief characters. They're not taken seriously the characters,
especially his brother. He was
especially.
really like
Yeah,
comic relief.
yeah, and although the script was relatively good with puns and everything,
Yeah,
however, we will touch that theme about also that with that. But uh, And I forgot to say, this would be huge spoiler alert for anyone who didn't watch the movie. So
Go watch the movie. Come on, dude. Watch the movie.
it's an old movie. It's movie was from 2007. I mean, 13 years, crying out loud. You have to you have to watch it at some point. It's a good bloodshed, I might add. I mean, only that they have put literally regularly. I mean, Punisher is a bloody guy. He doesn't, as the one of the cops says in the movie, he doesn't. He's killing those guys in the way you and I can only fantasize.
Yeah.
Literally, only that they have done good, in my opinion. Everything else
Yeah.
is basically something as a comical relief.
One problem that I have with it is like the first movie had a good setup from the psychological side of the Punisher.
True, true.
That was really nailed down perfectly in the first movie. I mean, technically, it's the second movie because we had the first Punisher movie back in 1970 something or 80 something.
Yeah, yeah. When Nick Fury was white, also.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, when I say the first movie, I mean the movie with Tom Jane from 2004. And psychologically, it was just perfect. That side of Punisher was amazing. But what they did fail is that brutal side that we saw in Warzone.
And in the Warzone, we don't have the that psychological side. You only got the brutal side. Though it has a
Yeah.
couple of moments of his sadness because he killed a cop on duty and he didn't know it was an agent inside and everything.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing to show that Frank Castle is still a human being. He's not a
He is.
killing machine.
He is, but by the end of the movie, there was a scene where they capture his friend and that woman and the girl. I can't really remember the
Uh,
name, but
Micro, what's the name? I don't know. I forgot the name of the girl and I think the girl is called, the woman is called Angie, and the little girl, uh, can't remember. I know the
yeah,
woman is called
something
Angie.
like that. Yeah.
Angie and Micro.
Yeah. So pretty much, he is forced to choose someone, either his friend or the woman and the child, and of course he chooses to save the woman and the child. But when he has to shoot his friend, there is zero emotion on his face. It's like he's trying to be sad about it, but he's just like like a rock, you know.
Yeah, I think he's broken inside because of the micro's death, but he didn't have he didn't want to show that. He didn't want to give the jigsaw any more means to taunt him and get in his head. And I think on the end he went aside to save only two of them, only the girl and the
Yeah.
mother. But before we come to that part, let's talk about the massacre in the mob house.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Firstly, for that, I'll have to say like immediately that Ray Stevenson is the perfect Punisher.
Truly, totally truly.
He is like the Punisher. He is the actor for it. I know lots of people like the Netflix Punisher, John Bernthal, but
Mm,
honestly, he doesn't even come close to the level of Ray Stevenson. The guy is huge as a tower, and
yeah.
that suit in the movie, it's not really comically accurate, comic accurate, sorry,
Hmm.
but it just fits him perfectly, and it's just a whole complete character, you know.
Yeah, I will not brush on the outside, but I think that role suits him perfectly better than the Volstagg in the Thor trilogy.
Yeah,
Because he's a Volstagg, if you didn't know. In the
really.
Warriors 3, yeah, he's a Volstagg. I couldn't believe either with that beard hair. I mean, dude, is that really Ray Stevenson? And he was really comedian. I mean, dude,
Yeah.
this ain't the Punisher, crying out loud. But yeah, I agree with you on that. And we are coming to the moment when he starts butchering mobsters.
Oh yeah.
Vaffanculo. The last thing the old guy said before
I
his
think
head
I think I
has
think
chocolate.
that's the perfect introduction to Punisher. Even the start when he breaks the guy's spine with his knee
Yeah,
in front of the house. That's like so simple but so brutal, you know?
yeah. I mean, on the one thing, on the one part, it's silence and everything. Guys patrolling, nothing coming around. And the next moment, Punisher is coming around, and you're just screaming, "Spine's dead.
I
He's
mean,
dead."
just try to imagine the raw force of breaking somebody's spine with with your knee, you know,
Yeah.
with ease, complete ease, like.
Well, I mean, for the Ray Stevenson, you don't have to imagine anything. Like you said, the
Yeah.
guy is. I mean, I think he has a 2 meters in the height or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that. And the guy is literally don't, and he's buffed, really. And I think the guy doesn't have any problems with breaking people's spines if he really
Yeah.
wanted to do that.
Yeah, true.
However, however, uh, next moment, we are introduced to the villain side for to the guy that he will be Jigsaw and his sidekicks. You can say that they
Yeah.
are sidekicks. Next moment, after a heated argument about the money and the biological package that should be shipped from their port, next thing you know, power is down and the Frank motherfucking Castle standing with a torch in the hand. With a flare, sorry, with a flare in the hand.
Yeah. It's a huge ass player.
I mean, dude. And no one is saw until it was too late and the lady tried to defend herself but her neck was snapped like a twig.
Yeah, she really tried.
Uh, Poor her.
Yeah.
Bless her soul.
But that kill with the knife, that head that just went like pop
Yeah,
off.
and the next.
It was a clean slice.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think it's normally possible to do that with a knife, no matter the sharpness. However, with a sword it is, because
Yeah.
the spine is a little bit tricky to cut,
Yeah,
and the
for sure.
Castle is literally cut his head clean in one blow. I mean,
Yeah.
dude, dude.
I mean, something that's perfect about that scene, at least in the beginning, is the choreography.
Yeah,
His fight on that table is just so perfectly done.
yeah, I agree with that.
And for some reason, whoever was in charge of that decided to take a huge shit on that whole scene and have Frank jump on a chandelier and rotate around,
I mean,
shooting his machine guns.
submachine guns. I
Yeah,
must,
yeah,
I must tell you that. But yeah, chandelier is what a little bit cliche, but it's 2007. I mean, maybe someone would think that would look cool. Though,
yeah,
though I must say the mob enforcers are something like stormtroopers. They can't hit
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Literally.
true.
Though one
But
guy, though one guy, sorry, one
yeah,
guy has come really close by hitting him in his back. Too bad he has a body armor.
yeah,
And the moment after that, when he is hit, Frank Castle jumping all the way on the room and body slamming him to the floor. I mean, dude, you have a gun.
yeah.
Shoot it. Shoot it.
I mean, he killed the guy with his nose. It's like, fuck, man. He just jumped and slammed the dude.
I mean,
And after that, another mobster rushes into him, and Frank just takes a chair
yeah,
and slams it into the guy's eye socket. I
yeah.
mean,
And before that, you have a knife from the table was thrown out to the guy's eye
oh
socket
yeah,
also. Being,
yeah.
dude, that I don't know.
I mean, the kills are really unique and cool. You know, sometimes they're a bit comical, but it's really well done.
Yeah, like you said, it's describing the brutality of the Punisher.
Yeah,
And we are coming to the fact that his nose in the moment is broken.
Oh yeah.
Frank Castle is coming out with his nose big as a whistle or something. I cannot make any comparisons to that.
Yeah.
Cops trying to arrest him. I mean, he knows that he is the Punisher, so why should he arrest him? You know,
Yeah.
dude, kill the mobsters. We don't give a fuck. You're doing ourselves a favor. He's giving the car keys, and Frank is going to the port to deal with the jigsaw.
Oh yeah.
Moment before he started sneaking the port is, and I shit you not, really, I shit you not, guys
Oh
put
boy, this is good.
his guy. Sorry, I have to laugh.
Oh my god.
Guy has put literally pencil in his nose and fixed his broken nose with a pencil. For crying out loud. I broke my nose 3 times through my 30 years of my lifespan and I didn't know for that hack.
Yeah, he pretty much just takes a goddamn pencil, like the number 2 pencil, I think it's called, that yellow one with the rubber on top,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and just
Drafting
fixes
point.
his nose, like it's nothing. He sniffs like 2 or 3 times and goes out to kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, to kill a bunch of mobsters and throw a guy into the glass pit
Yeah,
after that. I mean,
damn.
if I know about the hack with that pencil, I will surely take it away.
That's just the perfect scene, like to display how much of a, a stone he is. He's pretty much a stone through the entire movie.
Yeah, I agree with that. The guy is, and in that moment you can see the movie will be a little bit comical.
Yeah.
In that moment you can already see it's a comical movie. You will have a humor, but it's not a crude humor as we have, for example, in Thor, because Thor has his Asgardian humor because he's not from the Earth, he's from the Asgardian. He's
Yeah,
learning
it's a bit different situation and all.
yeah, he's learning our customs here on Earth and everything, and blah 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 blah. And you have to laugh because he's making himself stupid.
Yeah.
This is the guy from flesh and blood, and still fixing his nose with a pencil.
Yeah, but something that I wanted to say before when we talked about the scene in the house, you see through the entire movie something that's not so common, and especially superhero movies.
Mm-hmm.
Frank actually takes some hits. He has that body shield.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah.
But he does get shot a few times, and he actually feels the impact, especially at the end of the movie when Jigsaw gets his really powerful gun.
Yeah, and he is broken through his whole armor, and I think he's
Yeah.
shot in his leg or the arm. I cannot remember. I think his leg, because he was limping at the end of the movie when he was
Yeah,
coming out. From
yeah.
the
I mean, he really does take some damage. I mean, it's some serious damage that he's taking, but somehow he manages to walk it off because he's the Punisher, of course.
Yeah, I'm a badass here. Get the fuck out of my way. Pa, pa, pa.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And we're coming to the moment that he's killed agent in field.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know he's an agent, unfortunately. Though Frank Castle, I must add, in this moment and in every moment, he has his connection in the police. Not in CIA, not in DA, not in FBI, not in the agencies, only in the police.
Yeah, just the police.
And like the guys in the police station says to the black guy, I forgot the name, who's come to the agent Budiansky, when
Yeah.
he come to take the Punisher away. As he said, they said to him, sorry, if you and your pals from the agency would sometimes give us the informations, this won't happen. And I kinda agree with that. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a secret operation. It really is. However, I think the agency should work together because you don't know when the Punisher gonna strike, and he will take an info from someone in the force to know, yo, dude, this guy is an agent. Stay away from him. Okay, he will stay away. Though,
Yeah,
though the guy, I think, should try to shoot him a couple of times because just not to break his cover and everything. But in the end, that will be avoided. And
yeah,
we're coming to the moment when the Jigsaw is quote unquote created.
yeah. He pretty much tosses the dude. I don't know his real name, but he pretty much tosses him into the glass melting machine,
Oh yeah, I think that was a
and
pain to watch.
yeah, he just tosses him inside. The machine starts somehow, and
He
he's
started the machine.
smeared around.
Yeah, he started the machine. He thrown around and started the
Oh
machine.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
he held him on the gunpoint and he remembered, why should I care with you? Bang!
yeah,
Let
exactly.
the machine kill you. Though, uh, we are now coming to the creation of the Jigsaw. The guy with the horse hide on his face. And in my opinion, the mask should be better done. Though that was 2007, it's
Yeah.
relatively good. You can say it's relatively good. After that,
Yeah, it's a decent mask, and for some reason, I mean, actually, because of the eyes, it reminds me of the new 52 Joker, the one where he rips off his face, smashing his head into the wall,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and he has those stitches around his eye holes and
oh
that
yeah.
stuff.
I literally forgot about that Joker. I
Yeah,
forgot that he even existed.
Joe, he's called, I think.
Joe, really?
Yeah, he has a small name tag because he's a car mechanic or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, they didn't follow the story of him being thrown into chemical as a Red Hood.
Yeah,
So
no.
we will not drift away from our team. DC will come at some point, but at the moment,
Yeah,
Punisher. So, either way, Jigsaw is created, quote unquote, and Frank Castle is feeling a guilt because he killed an agent in the field. He killed one of the good guys. Right? Right. So, what he's going to do, he is going to the funeral of the agent and see who is his family, what he has left of his family at least,
yeah,
and he trying to give them the money and back away from everything. Just feeling sad, and I mean I understand him because he was left without his family and now he robbed them from the father and everything, and he wanted out. Though the
yeah. I mean, it is his fault. I mean, he did kill him, but still, it wasn't the intention, you know.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what I said. If the agency was working together from the
Yeah,
start, he will know because he has connection in the police. And throughout to his good friend Micro, and the comical relief which is called through the sentence, pull out a couple of Berettas. Why? Just pull it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Punisher is coming back.
oh yeah,
And what he starts to do, next thing you know, the guy blows another guy with a rocket launcher. It's really, it's really messy.
yeah. The guy that's jumping around
Free,
on the buildings and stuff.
yeah, free runner. Though I must say before that, we have witnessed the releasing of the Looney Bin Jim
Yeah,
with his comic relief. Yummy, 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 tummy, tummy, tummy. I mean, this was a children's movie. What, dude? It's a Punisher. I
I
mean,
mean the casting for mostly all of the characters is pretty good, you know.
true that.
It
Though the
it, it,
script
it
is
fits. It fits.
Yeah, the script is on the times it's a little bit retarded, in my opinion.
Script is, yeah.
Like I'm a little bit drifting from the theme, like Batman with nipples.
Yeah.
I'll just say Batman with nipples. I think the most of the people will understand the reference. It's a,
Yeah,
it's
bad
a,
nibbles.
it's
That was special.
yeah, it was a George Clooney's, but in
Yeah.
the Clooney's defense, he done the best he can do. So never mind. I'll say this. We will again drifting from the theme. I'll say back to the Punisher. So uh, they were releasing from the mental institution because the guy was literally strapped to the bed, not reacting to any moves. They have feed him with a spoon. He was not because he's a maniac. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand he's a maniac and he's literally not normal person, but he's crazy like his brother. And now the both mental states has emerged from the guy that is made himself a jigsaw and being obsessed with his looks and now with his destroyed face to the guy who is literally wacko. I mean, I don't have any other explanation for that.
Yeah. And actually, Jigsaw for some reason like expected to get his face back, like normal face.
I mean,
Why would he expect that for one bit? I mean, his whole body was just cut in pieces in that machine.
I mean, if I put 1 billion pieces of glass in your face, would you restitch yourself? I mean,
Exactly.
now I think it's possible because technology is a little bit way
Yeah.
upgraded, if I might say, than in 2007. But back then you could. I
Yeah,
mean,
and back then it was like what's it called? Mobster doctors, like the underground scene for the medical procedures.
I mean, it's a veterinarian, the guy who cures animals. That's their
Yeah,
underground things,
exactly.
unfortunately. So, uh, they have released him from the mental institution, from the loony bin, whatever you wanna call it. And Frank Castle is going back to do what he does best: killing bad guys.
Punishing, yeah.
Punishing them, yeah, punishing them for the sins. And I will make the reference to the Ghost Rider. Look into my eyes and see your sins.
Yeah,
Only that. I mean, only that. And we are coming after now to the thing with the rocket launcher. And funny enough, that is not a normal rocket launcher. That's a Russian RPG. And the Russian RPG, when you fire, goes about 200 meters in the straight direction, and the rocket propelling fuel is going in, putting him off the course. You know, it's going either up or down the ground. No,
yeah.
this one is gone straight to the guy and blow him to bits.
He has some really good precision with that thing. I mean, he is the Punisher, of course, but still, it's absolutely crazy what he managed to pull off.
True that. True that. I mean, you can say he's a Punisher. He's a guy from the special forces. He's not a regular cop, just for the
Yeah,
record. But I mean, to literally do that, it's taking so much. I don't know. It's a bullshit or it's an enormous good RNG with that
yeah,
rocket launcher. I mean, how in I will give you one example. I'm playing Battlefield 5 or something. No, Battlefield 4. Taking the RPG, shooting to the tank, and my rocket going a little bit to the top and going all the way from the map. I'll be lucky if I hit a helicopter or a plane, but that will happen. So literally, because I'm not a Punisher, I know what you're going to tell me.
that rocket launcher hit actually reminds me of the rocket launcher from Half-Life, the first game.
Oh God, without aim guidance. Oh God, I
Yeah,
know the horror story. I mean, with we can do pretty much fun stuff with aim assist. You know, when the helicopter is chasing you in the Half-Life, I know I'm drifting from the team, you can literally turn the aim lock and the laser, and you can just navigate the rocket all around the
Yeah.
helicopter. And wrap
Exactly
yourself.
that. Exactly.
Though Punisher was Punisher.
Yeah. Pure
And,
skill.
yeah, and if I was on the spot of that two guys that was left alive, my only instinct would be to run. To run. Straight away from there, I know, get the fuck out. No, they're staying, watching, as the Punisher is literally taking a sniper rifle, shooting one guy to the head, another guy into the bow to his knees.
Yeah.
For fuck's sakes. Dude, run.
Bad decision.
And the main guy, who was shot in the knees, was thought that he will maybe cheat his way by giving the Punisher the info on the jigsaw. Oh yeah, you're going to be alive. Oh yeah. Sure. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice for the hoping for that. Really.
GG.
GG, literally GG. At least he didn't suffer too much. After
Yeah.
that, he was a straight headshot, and that was the end. But in the meantime, Jigsaw and his crew has gone to the Angie and his daughter.
Oh, so something really fun will happen in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
That one is a special one.
But before that, Agent Budiansky quote unquote arrests Punisher. I mean, he's being the quote unquote he's trying to fight him head on head, and he's literally standing his ground pretty good. I mean, all the guy who is playing Budiansky is a couple of centimeters smaller than Ray, but he's standing his ground, which is okay.
Yeah, he is.
And little did he know, because the Punisher was thought he was, done, finished, he's not going up. A guy put his cuffs on him. It was a moment where I was, for fuck's sakes, at least shoot him, at least not shoot him, at least kick him in the face or get him unconscious so you can go away and save the daughter.
Yeah.
So, all three of them, I mean, there was a guy, we forgot to mention, the guy who is leading Punisher Task Force, who got a degree in the psychology. I mean, he's a goofy character, but he's a psychologist.
Yeah.
Which is, in my opinion, pretty surprising.
Yeah, it is.
With his Sherlock Holmes style hat and everything. And
Yeah, he's really trying.
Yeah, but I think he's the one of the Frank's main sources of info during his hunt for the mobsters. And yeah, we forgot to mention the moment where the agent Budiansky is meeting him and ask him where to start with the Punisher eligible borders. Dude, old basement is literally that, and the guy is turning around and saying, "Oh god, oh god, we have a problem with a mass murderer."
Exactly, but Frank manages to convince the cop guy to release him.
Yeah, though we will come to that because the Budiansky was gone into the house trying to save the Angie and the little girl. However, he failed. He failed so miserably he didn't make the 10 feet, literally.
Yeah, he really failed.
And literally Frank Castle is watching the reviewer, the guy, because the guy is sitting in front of him. Frank is on the back seat. Really, Frank? Really? I mean, giving you information is one thing, but you now want to release me? Okay. And literally, that's the moment I would say, release the devil to kill the devil. Literally, no one can stop them. I'll at least take lesser evil. The streets will be clean. We're
Yeah.
coming to the moment that the younger guy, the son of the one of the sidekicks, decided to go and take a snort of the coke in the nose.
Yeah, he's pretty much a junkie, you know. He's snorting the entire time whenever
Literally.
he gets a chance.
Yeah. And he made a first bad decision, which is putting shotgun on the ground.
Yeah, that's the first thing.
And I can't remember if Punisher was slice his head. No, he's break his neck. I cannot remember what he's done to him, but it was brutal.
Yeah,
Like,
so pretty much he leaves his shotgun on the table or somewhere around
no, no, on
the
the on
the,
the
the
on the floor,
kitchen. Yeah,
on the floor.
yeah, and goes to snort some lines, and somehow keep in mind that the light is on. You know, it's
Yeah,
bright. Somehow he doesn't see the huge mountain that's coming next to him. And what
he's
Punisher does is he pretty much smashes into his head against
against the wall.
the
Yeah,
door frame, yeah, with his bare fist. He just smashed his head into pieces, you know.
and next thing you know, Frank Castle is coming from the kitchen
Yeah,
with a shotgun, keeping the guy, his father, the guy who was dead,
yeah,
uh, on the aim. And literally, Budiansky was a little bit of surprise, but he knew what's going on. I mean, in that moment, he knew what's going on, and literally, I
yeah,
think he thanked God in the moment. Thank God he's came to rescue us all. He took one of the guns from the mobster, put him on the aim, and wanted to call the backup. In the meantime, Frank took the little girl in his forearms and left the lady to go out. Sorry for the laugh for the start. I have to. It's a badass scene, but I am laughing at my ass so hard on that. Agent Budiansky is literally said to the Frank, "Wait, I'm going to call this in."
yeah. He's pretty
Because
much begging him not to shoot the guy, you know.
next thing you know, with a little girl in his hand, literally looking down in his shoulders. I mean, lucky the girl didn't see what's coming.
I have something to say about that, but finish first.
I don't think she saw that, but but next thing you know, Frank Castle blows the guy's head off clean with the
Clean, yeah,
shotgun.
clean, exactly off.
And next thing you hear is Agent Budiansky's startled yell, "God damn it, Frank, will you stop with this shit?"
It's a really good scene and the reaction and stuff.
I mean, I understand the guy is literally going by the book, but
Yeah,
in the Frank's book, there is literally doesn't have any mercy for the mobsters.
yeah,
And after that,
yeah,
Budiansky's
but pretty much he took the child, you know, to save her. And when he's pointing the gun at the mafia dude, she does not see what's going on, you know.
yeah, yeah.
And when he blows his head off, he actually turns around to walk outside,
Oh yeah, she saw that.
and the child pretty much sees everything. The headless dude just twitching there in the kitchen.
No, I think he didn't blow literally his all of his head. I think he's blown half of his head.
Yeah,
Half of his head it was on the ground and splattered on the walls, and literally
yeah,
other half of the head was twiggling on his neck. So
yep.
thank you for whoever is directed the movie and allowed that. Thank you. I mean, thank you. I know I'm sounding like a psycho, but it's a really good scene. It's a really good scene.
Yeah, but that is the Punisher. That's his thing, you know. He's brutal.
I mean, there is no mercy for the bad guys, and
Yeah,
literally, that's that. We will not we will not speak anything about that team. That's that. After that, Agent Budiansky is caught in the firefight with the Jigsaw because Jigsaw was upstairs. He was unaware totally with his brother what he's doing, what's going
Yeah.
on downstairs, and they're trying to save them, quote unquote save. I mean, you're saving the half of the guys. What? One literally punched his head, literally was left in the doorstock. Other guy was half of his head was splattered on the walls and the floor.
Yeah.
So basically, they tried something at least, but it's not happening. Frankie will not allow it. Nevertheless, the guys were surrendering themselves. They're gone to the cops, but they will come out because mafia. However, we failed to mention Christo Bullet. The guy who is a Romanian, son of the Romanian warlord, who was pulling some strings in the New York. And he was unfortunately, oh god, never mind. He was literally, his son, sorry, I lost my track of thoughts. His son was set up by the Jigsaw and his brother.
Yeah.
But before, also we have to fail to mention the scene with them negotiating the deal when the Little Bin Jim, I think, or the Jigsaw is killing one of his guys. Remember in that red room? And after that, the crystal bullet.
Yeah. Yes,
It's a-
something like that. I'm not really clean with the memories on that part of the movie.
yeah,
Clear, actually.
they're dealing with some biological shit that were supposed to come out from the start of the movie, and we mentioned that, but
Yeah.
but Jigsaw has mentioned literally he was doing the stuff that he will come out from the jail if he turns someone up. He turned one guy, he'll walk free. And next thing you know, he needs an army if he will defeat the Punisher, right?
Yep.
Right. So in that moment we have recruiting Chinese.
And we also hear Slipknot, Psychosocial.
Yeah, that was the first time I heard Psychosocial. I was literally was, oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, just to touch on that, Warzone has a perfect soundtrack. You have Seether, you have Slipknot, you have Static X, you have Slayer. I mean, it's perfect.
yeah, it's demonstrated brutality of the movie.
Yeah.
And the comic soundtrack, while they are recruiting the guys, where they are giving the speeches. I mean, you have the Chinese, you have the black guys, black people. I will not be racist. I'm not racist. I will not call them like that, just to be record. And I have respect for them. And I have respect for all of the races. I mean, we are all flesh beings of the flesh and bones, and we are literally
Exactly,
the
yeah.
same. I don't give a fuck about that. So they literally recruiting Chinese, black people, and the Irish. And after that, it comes the Slipknot, and they are positioning.
Oh, yeah.
But the good
Yeah, they pretty much took over a huge abandoned hotel, I think.
yeah, and literally we have the other side pulling the strings, which is Budiansky and the goofy guy. I cannot remember his name. I will call him the goofy guy. They are literally going to recruit, quote unquote, recruit Christo Bullet, the father of the guy who is in prison because of the Jigsaw. So, next thing you know, some crazy ass Romanians And I must say, it's an idiotic. Romanians doesn't speak Russian. And that's a stereotypic. That's a one big stereotypical thing in the
Yeah.
movies that everybody from this place, from the Balkans, and from the Russian part,
Yeah,
have to
we're
speak.
we're all Russian for them.
We're all Slavs, but we are speaking Russian. I mean, okay, we are maybe. I will not touch the subject of the language barrier. It's a little bit the same, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
Touching on the subject, for the GTA 4, they should hire some guy from Serbia if you want to play a Serbian guy
Exactly. Yeah.
as a main protagonist. Though the guy who played Nico was done a relatively good job, but I know, I mean,
It was okay.
it's okay. I mean, it was laughable at some point because I mean I'm from Serbia and dude, I would play the part better if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean that Serbian lines anyway. Don't know how to play the English one, but I think I could manage it. No, nevertheless, you have some bunch of crazy ass Romanians entering on the front door, literally entering on the front door, with the question, "Who are you? What do you want? We are come here for the party." There is no party for the Punisher, and the Chinese that guarded the door are letting them in. Next thing you know, Punisher on the cross the street, he's getting ready for the attack. Only the way he knows. And again, we failed to mention, but we said that the Micro was kidnapped by Jigsaw, so
Yeah.
he is entering that. We're coming to the end of the movie. We skipped some of the parts, but we are trying to get.
Yeah, pretty much to lure out Frank, Jigsaw kidnapped Microchip and the woman and the daughter.
Kid, yeah. Next thing you know, Budiansky said to the Punisher that he called on the construction explosions so the cops won't show up. Good. Everything is set, right? Wrong. Because Frank Castle has a different approach. He works alone. He doesn't want anyone to be on his soul. So he went alone in the building full of bad guys and clear them all. I mean,
Yeah, he pretty much went alone on a suicide mission to kill like good 200 people
200. I think
at least.
I think it is a 200 plus.
Yeah,
I mean,
it could be even more.
I didn't count, but we don't have the Legolas and Gimli for the Lord of the Rings to count their kills, so pretty much
Yeah.
we will not know how much people Frank killed at that point. But again with the buts. Frank Castle is making a massacre on the top floors, while Agent Budiansky is unconscious because Frank hit him so hard he literally crashed down on the guy.
Yeah,
And with the comment, "Gee, thanks, Frank. Now he will be mad at me when he woke up." I mean, yeah, he will because he wasn't been allowed to go inside because Frank didn't want anyone to die, and through all of the Punisher movie and the comics and everything, I think Frank is trying somehow to kill himself to be with his family and to put
Yeah.
most of the guys into the grave. Not
yeah, he has tried to do that like countless times, and
Lady Death doesn't want him. Oh crap.
yeah,
What is it? So he went in, killed, like you said, 200 plus people. It's a Frank Castle for crying out loud.
yeah,
And we are coming to the part where he is killing Looney Bin Jim, which he is wounded him a couple of times, but nothing too much. And in the
The
end,
tries to bite into his neck.
I mean, literally, because he doesn't know what to do with him, and
Yeah,
literally Frank is tossing him around like a rag doll, all the
exactly.
way. Little did he know, the Jigsaw has his Magnum gun, which can pierce the body armor. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
3.357 round.
yeah. I mean, again, to touch on the subject of choreography, the fight scene in that whole hotel sequence it's just perfect.
Yeah,
The tactics of Punisher are, I mean, really perfect, except for that scene where he smashes through the door with his assault rifle and fires the rocket shell.
yeah, grenade launcher. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he pretty much smashed right through the door and killed like 30 people at least.
At least. I mean, it's a small confined space with a grenade launcher. Shrapnels will fly
Yeah.
around.
Also, one really well, yeah, it's a funny scene that's put into the movie just to put a laugh on people's faces, whatever.
Do
So
tell.
when he clears out most of the hotel, he sees a bit of smoke coming out of a little room,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens the door, and there was like the fat guy smoking a joint,
Yeah,
and the scene looks like something from Postal 2 game when you shoot somebody with a shotgun and their head just poof goes away.
yeah. I know.
And he shoots him with his two pistols, keep in mind, and the head just explodes. It disintegrates. It's gone. It's gone, I mean.
What's gone? It's money. Your money. It's gone. It's literally gone. But yeah, there was a couple of characters are literally done like a comic relief characters,
Yeah,
like the main villain. And I will add on the scene when they are coming from the asylum before, way before the half of the movie, when the Jigsaw is looking himself in the mirror and constantly reminds himself that he's a freak. He's not a normal human being, quote unquote,
yeah,
he looks. And his brother, what he do? He smash all the mirrors. I mean,
yeah.
literally, dude, you're smashing the
Yeah, he,
mirrors.
he doesn't want to see himself like.
Yeah, but in the end, I think he is accepted that he will be like that, and
Yeah,
until the end of the movie. Though, we are coming to the part when Frank Castle has to choose whom to save. Wounded, beaten, and broken, he's deciding whom to save, and I think at that point he literally wanted to sacrifice Micro because never mind the fact that Micro told him to sacrifice him to save wife and kid, which in my opinion I will do the same.
yeah,
Not going to lie, I will do the same. If I have to choose between a kid and an old man, I will literally shoot the old man
yeah.
because
Definitely, definitely.
kid has to live. You have that quote from the
Yeah,
Sin City: old man dies, little girl lives." Fair trade.
yeah,
And at some point, I think the Jigsaw is killing Micro, but in the process, Frank Castle somehow kills the Jigsaw. I literally watched the movie last night and I forgot forgot that part.
no, no, no. What he did was pretty much when Jigsaw shoots Micro,
Mm-hmm.
Frank shoots the crazy guy. What's his name?
Ludwig Jim.
Yeah, yeah. He pretty much snipes him across the room and kills him. And then he rushes over to Jigsaw. But keep in mind, Jigsaw took Frank's gun
Yeah,
and shot him 3 times in the upper body. Now keep in mind the rounds that are in that gun. It's like if you shot a horse with it, the only thing that would stay in a physical form would be back legs and the tail. And this dude like takes 3 full shots point blank, like in the body, like it's nothing.
uh, yeah, but in the at the end of the movie, when everything is finished, and when they are all almost all, we will not count Micro because God rest his soul. He
Yeah.
is unfortunately perished in the fight. I mean, not perished. He's sacrificed.
Yeah.
However, we will not count him. You can see the Frank is wounded and he's limping.
Yeah, he is definitely.
But he is literally still standing on his feet and
Yeah.
trying to go away. Also, I failed to mention this. When he saved the little girl and his mother and she's mother, and her mother, sorry,
Yeah.
from that epic scene in the kitchen. uh, he took them to his hideout and literally let the girl open the box which contained his daughter stuff. You know, here comes pictures, toys, and everything. And I think at that moment Frank Castle thought that he can again be a man, normal man. I mean, with
Yeah.
the family. I thought he will remarry them or something like that, just to protect them. But at the end of the movie, he just went back to the. He knew that they will not be safe if they are near him, so he.
Yeah, there is no peace for Frank.
Yeah,
He is what he is, you know.
yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. But we come to the part when the Agent Miliansky is going away with the girls.
Wait. We forgot to mention what happened to Jigsaw.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So
You have the
yeah,
honors.
yeah. So pretty much after shooting the crazy Jim, whatever,
Ludwig.
something that, yeah. He rushes over to Jigsaw, and I mean something about Jigsaw's character. I think the actor that I really forgot his name, but the 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 actor that played him,
Mm-hmm.
he tried to imitate Jack Nicholson's Joker.
Yeah, in a poorly state.
Yeah, and you can really see it, especially at these standoffs that they have. Like he's trying to dance around or dodge, whatever. But Punisher like breaks his back really good and
Mm-hmm.
manages to impale him with a huge rod, and he pretty much sets him on fire, and
Yeah,
that's it for Jigsaw.
yeah, we forgot to mention
There is no huge fight, you know. Usually in these superhero movies, you have those huge set pieces with fights that last like 10-15 minutes. Here, it's really grounded into realism, quote unquote realism.
that. Yeah, and it's not like the scene from the first Punisher movie with a fight with a crazy Russian, with
Yeah,
whom the guy who played it was actually Steve Nash, American from the WWE American Wrestler. I mean, the guy was huge.
yeah,
However, that was a long scene. That was a pretty long scene and brutal at some point when the Frank Castle exhausted all of his options and literally poured hot oil on his head.
yeah, yeah. That was a good scene, but it was also too comical in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, literally, guys bending the gun for crying out
Yeah,
loud.
he he bent his gun, and when Frank tosses the grenade, he just bashes it like a baseball.
Yeah, it was like it was nothing, but it was a
Yeah,
good fighting scene. And
definitely.
somehow, as we are come to the near the end of the movie and the fight with the Jigsaw, I kinda expected something similar, or fight with a billion goons or something like that. You know,
Yeah,
fist fight or something, or shootout or some brutal executions and everything, but nothing. We got nothing.
yeah. Talking of that, like, in the movies, usually you have a sense that the villain has some sort of thing that pretty much makes him dangerous, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
And Jigsaw, without his goons, he is nothing. I mean, I get that's actually part of the point. He's just the mafia leader, but at the end of the day, there has to be something that makes him interesting, and at least a little bit of a threat to Frank, but he is just nothing.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Though you have to remember he's literally become the guy from the wheelchair at the start of the movie. If you
Yeah,
remember, the guy in the wheelchair, he's a mafia don or something before Frank has to chop
yeah,
his head off. And little do you know, this guy was succeed him, but as in the mafia bosses, they're nothing without the goons. So,
yeah. It really
al-
shows here.
also with Fisk from the first movie. However, maybe in the next episode, not episode, in next podcast, we will talk about Daredevil,
Yeah,
Kingpin. No matter, because he's the most powerful crime lord in the New York. However, he is not a comic relief guy. He's literally
yeah,
forced to be reckoned with. You cannot attack Kingpin head on. I mean, Spider-Man has a super strength, and he is literally.
yeah. Fisk is a powerhouse. I mean, he really packs a punch.
Though John Travolta hasn't done good part with that. I mean, he's literally nothing. He's just relying on his guys in the first movie. In the first movie.
Yeah, at first.
But in the Daredevil, it's the other guy. Is the big, guy from the Green Mile. That
Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
Wait.
yeah,
John wasn't Fisk in the first movie.
yeah, it was the
He
first.
was he was Howard Saint.
Yeah, Howard Saint. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Howard Saint. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
in the first movie it's the Saints family, and in the game it's the Russian mob family also.
Yeah, because the Frank Castle screw everything up for their
Yeah.
deals. No matter, it's a mob. Nevertheless, Frank Castle doesn't make any excuses. Mob,
Yeah.
you're going to die. So we're coming to the end of the movie, where the Frank Castle is coming back. I mean, going away from the hotel with his goofy sidekick, quote unquote sidekick, and the guys going down the stairs and being bullied and being mocked. And also, we have to do this. He's a comic relief. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
comic relief. Again, he's starting yelling, Frank! Frank! Where are you, Frank? And literally the guy is still bugging him, get the fuck out, give me the money, give me everything. And from the top of the stairs, you have the sign, I think it was a church, with a billboard, shining billboard with neon lights,
Yeah.
that says Jesus saves. And at the moment when the Frank Castle was on the top of the stairs and pointing the gun with the laser on the guy, Jesus was just shut down. It literally saves. Next thing you know, it's a dark scene, and you just literally hear the gunshot. And the line, great. Now I have the pieces of the brain on my clothes. Literally,
It's a really good movie, to be honest.
it is. It just didn't have any. How can I put this? It doesn't get any attention that much.
Yeah.
It was fallen to the shade of the first movie. I don't think the first movie is critically good. Uh,
It wasn't really received that well because some people had issue with Tom Jane. I mean, they released that short movie with Tom Jane where they fix everything with his Punisher. It's called Dirty Laundry.
I haven't watched that. I have to watch that.
Yeah, he pretty much did a fan movie, but he played in it. He acted.
Okay.
So it's his version of the Punisher, but unlike in the whole first movie, it's R-rated and he doesn't hold back.
Like it should to be. I mean,
Yeah, he pretty much takes a Jack Daniels bottle and breaks a guy into pieces. There is bones sticking outside of the what's it called, the skin, and he sets a guy on fire, and it was really good. But that's the issue with studio interferences, where they pretty much say like, yeah, you can make a movie, but it has to be PG-13.
screw that. And they are making the horror movies rated R at that point. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know, dude. Just classified as half horror, in my
yeah.
opinion.
Many movies suffer because of that.
Uh, I agree. Though you can see how Saw franchise was received at some point. It
Yeah,
was a literally brutal movie.
it really was.
And when I hear someone talk about that movie, talking it's a horror movie, nah, it's a psychological thriller with too much
Yeah,
brutality.
yeah, and it's a snuff movie pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, first movie is good. Second, also, we are
It
really
went
big,
to shit.
and
It
after
really
that
went
we
to
went to
shit, really,
shit.
man.
Yeah, the second movie is good only because of the Mudwayne,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah,
Nevertheless, let us return to the Punisher. Uh, though first movie was regularly solidly good. I mean, Jane, he's done everything he could with the character. He was restricted to some things he didn't have to do, but he done, and he got, as you said, that redeeming quality with Dirty Laundry. But I think Ray Stevenson should should be the should have been the regular Punisher, in my opinion.
he actually wanted to play the character again. He talks about it in a 2011 interview.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
He,
they didn't select
yeah,
him.
yeah, he pretty much said like he would love to come back, and he should have, to be honest.
Yeah,
Especially now that MCU is bringing back old version of characters.
yeah,
They're bringing back Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man.
yeah. They're doing some Spider Verse stuff now.
Yeah, so they could do that. I mean, something that not many people know. Tom Jane's Punisher is actually in Spider-Man 2.
Really?
Yeah, he's literally in a scene where Jane runs in the wedding dress.
In what?
She's yeah, when Mary Jane and Peter have to get married.
Okay,
It's
okay.
it's the second movie, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she's pretty much running in her dress through the city.
Okay.
And at one point, you actually see the Punisher in the background looking at the camera.
No, she isn't
Yeah,
marrying
it's
Peter.
to be fair.
She's
To
have
be
to marry
fair,
with J. Jonah Jameson's son, and she is leaving him on the altar to run to the
yeah,
Peter.
yeah,
Yeah, I remember the scene.
yeah, that. Yeah, so pretty much, I mean, to be fair, it wasn't actually Thomas Jane, it was his stunt double.
Mhm, mhm.
But still, it is the Punisher and he is there. He was supposed to have a bigger role in the second movie, also Wolverine was supposed to be there, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But if they are bringing back Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man and also Toby, they could theoretically bring back Thomas and Ray.
I mean, sure, why not? But I think only one iteration will be good, and I choose Ray
Yeah,
because of the literal brutality that he can bring to the character. Although, if they could do some kind of Avenger movie, but but
Dark Avengers that are in apparently in the development.
something like that. But I thought maybe Avengers movie, which could include different eras. You know, at the end of the end game, you had that portal opening and everything is
Yeah,
coming back and everything is setting normally against Thanos and blah 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 blah. You know the movie. I will not go into detail
yeah,
of that. And after that, you know, we do know that they have done the time traveling to get the stones.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
They did.
so my question is, why couldn't you do some time anomaly and bring all of the old characters? Like you said, Spider-Man can be brought without that because they have everyone has their own Spider-Verse and they're controlled by Madame Web, and they
Yeah.
can only and they all can be put in one spot at some point.
Exactly.
But with the Punisher, it's a little bit different because he doesn't have any superpowers. He's a literally guy of the flesh and bone, which
Yeah.
can which can fire rocket launchers straight forward. but but I think if we do know if they could do that, I think the both of them would be good choice.
They would.
Imagine this. Imagine the situation: battlefield, brutal, bloodshed, everything, and from one side it comes Thomas Jane, from the other side it comes Ray Stevenson. Who the fuck are you? Punisher.
Just just try to imagine Deadpool reacting to both of them.
Oh yeah. Oh god. And imagine
That would be really interesting.
and imagine the stuff if they are all mixed together, and imagine Wolverine added to the bunch, but
Oh man.
Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
Yeah,
Hugh Jackman Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds Deadpool entering the clash.
definitely. It
And
would be really cool.
and
But that's also a whole another podcast where we would talk about those things.
speculations and everything, yeah, and
Yeah.
add Punishers to Punishers. I literally said in the plural because you have two of them trying to break him out, and at some point it was screw this, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
We ain't going to bother. They're going to heal themselves anyway.
Yeah, but pretty much if some of you haven't watched the movie, you really should, especially if you're fans of the comic, because Frank really doesn't hold back.
At all. And
Yeah.
yeah, for the record, from the start of the podcast, I mentioned that Nick Fury was white. And literally, like I said, I'm not a racist, but and there was an arcade game where was the called Nick Fury and Punisher.
Yeah.
Old arcade game, all our old guys remember that whacking their fingers.
Yeah.
Literally, and the guy is white and he still doesn't have an eye. There was an explanation for that, why they chose to turn the guy black. I think only because they drew him as the Samuel L. Jackson and give them the part for that. But there is an actual thing that white Nick Punisher. Imagine that. Nick Fury was that was an alternate universe where Nick Fury was white, I think, or something like that. Don't get my
Yeah.
get my word for that. They made a hiccup and they have entered the negotiation with Samuel L. Jackson playing Nick Fury, and suddenly that Nick Fury was black guy, bald black guy
Yeah.
without an eye.
Also, I could be completely wrong on this, but back in the day, it was actually really difficult to draw in black and white
Yeah,
if the character was black. So it was much easier to do a white character. You know.
yeah, I know, but you have after that you have the thing with the movies, with the TV and everything, and like you said, there was a Punisher in the 70s, something
Yeah.
like that, and they could do that. They're a black guy, though in the comics, Nick Fury was portrayed as a white guy, so I think they didn't want to mix it up.
Yeah. Could be. Could be.
I think it's only logical explanation for everything.
Yeah.
So, as we're now coming to an end of our podcast, literally our advice is just watch the movie. I
Yeah,
mean,
watch the movie definitely.
you'll see the brutality, both of them, not just the second part, both of them, because
Yeah,
you have to be embraced in the story. Literally, you have to embrace the story because to see the different sides, I can say you can in that you can see the different sides of the Punisher. In the first movie, he was still on the grief with his dead wife and kids, and he was literally alcoholic at that point.
yeah.
And in the second part, guys literally straighten up, clean.
Yeah, pretty much the first movie is like coming of age, you know. He is at the lowest point of his life.
Yeah,
And in this one, he, you know, came to terms about what he is and how were things going to be, you know.
yeah, literally, fuck the alcohol, fuck the everything. I know what I'm going to do. Tap tap
Yeah,
tap. Bye bye bye. And just watch the movie. I mean, just
yeah,
watch the
watch the movie.
movie. You ain't going to. You ain't going to be sorry because you watched it. Movies, with both of them were goodly, nicely done. Not good,
Yeah.
nicely done. It's not
So, how would you rate the movie?
to 1 to 10.
Yeah,
Solid 7, maybe 8. I
yeah,
know, only because of so much comical stuff that was implemented. But if they are literally put the movie 100% brutal bloodshed, like they're supposed to do, and with a little bit better script, the movie, for me, would have 10 out of 10.
definitely, definitely. I would have to agree. Like, solid 7 out of 10 is the fair rating of the movie.
Yeah, but I think because of that rating, the movie was received good enough.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, but we are coming to the age where they can do the reboot, quote unquote reboot
yeah,
of the Punisher movie or something. I don't know. Now put the Ray Stevenson in, but do the really brutal Punisher movie because the guy ain't comical, the guy ain't messing around, the guy just literally doing what he does best, and
yeah,
that's killing bad guys. On the so much,
exactly.
on the gruesome ways ever. No matter the tool. That reminds me. That's a scene like from the Riddick. When from the Chronicles of the Riddick. If you watch the movie, if you remember,
Yeah,
when he is killing guy with his teacup, and
yeah,
after
yeah.
that,
That is perfect. That's
and
just perfect.
after that, he is taking a little bit piece of the metal or something like that and put him on the table.
Yeah, the paperclip.
Paperclip. Yeah. I mean, dude, that 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 that's supposed to be a
He
Punisher also.
really made a statement with that. He really did something. I mean, he just took his teacup, smashed it onto a rock, and sticked it into the guy's chest.
Yeah, I think he literally cut his heart out with that,
Yeah.
like
Something that I
like
that I,
Rambo.
that I have to mention is a movie called Shoot 'Em Up.
Okay.
It's pretty much the goal is to be a parody of Punisher, Max Payne, and similar guys, you know.
Okay.
And the main thing about that quote unquote Punisher, I forgot his name and everything, but he pretty much eats carrots all the time.
Carrots.
Yeah, carrots, and he actually uses them as a weapon. At one point, a bad guy enters into the bathroom and he just takes his carrots and sticks it into the guy's eyes. So
What?
yeah, yeah, it's a really good Punisher movie without the Punisher in it. And if you want the comic relief side of things being even more the
Comical.
center of attention and even more comical, watch Shoot 'Em Up.
Yeah,
Really,
definitely I will
really,
watch.
really watch it.
Definitely I'll watch that also. Let's be fair. I mean, Punisher eating carrots. I mean, what the fuck is guy? Bugs Bunny?
Yeah,
Eh? What What's up, Doc? For crying
That was
out
a
loud.
good impression.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I just literally tried to imagine Ray Stevenson with the carrot, chewing the carrot and said, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" And sticking the carrot in his eye
Oh yeah.
socket or something. Dude, dude, no, no, it's wrong on so many levels. I mean, carrots.
Yeah.
Duck season and rabbit season.
So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, it's too much. It's too much.
that was Warzone, and
Okay,
good movie. Good movie.
literally good movie, but I'm just now starting to laugh my ass off the scene. Uh, not the shotgun, not the shotgun of the pencil of the fucking
Yeah.
pencil. I mean,
I mean, it's like really educational, the the worst situation you can be in, and if you have a broken nose and you have a pencil, I mean, by all means, just go ahead.
go ahead and do the pencil trick. It will help you on so many levels.
Oh God.
I mean,
I mean, just try to imagine the pain.
uh, uh, I am imagining it because I have a broken nose.
Yeah,
I have broke my nose 3 times, literally
yeah, yeah.
3 times. When I was a kid,
Damn.
and I didn't know about that. And at the point, I am watching the Punisher movie in 2008. I didn't watch in 2007. I watched a
Yeah.
year after, and I see the trick with the pencil. I was, what the fuck? Why I didn't know this? For crying out loud, why didn't I know this? Dude,
Oh damn.
dude, my nose would be normal, and I remember I have some shit on my nose. It's so wonky, and I just look myself in the mirror. Nah, I'm going to live with this until my end of my life. Who gives a fuck?
Well, if
after I see
if it
this.
happens again, now we know. There is a procedure, and just do it.
No, no, I will just do something from the series, from here, our series, Shadows Over Balkan, where the guy is literally cutting the ear from the other mobsters. So I'll just next time
Yeah.
I'll just cut off my nose and be a Lord Voldemort.
Yeah,
Avada Kedavra!
exactly. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so thank you all, literally 2 person who were online with us. Thank you, you rock. Next Wednesday probably will be the Daredevil. We will give
Yeah,
the
the special edition of it.
yeah, little special edition because the normal movie was shit. I mean, it
Yeah.
wasn't a shit. It just left so many plot holes, but we'll get to that next week. So thank you for your tuning in. See you tomorrow night. I'll stream probably Fallout New Vegas if the game will be good, not to crash at 30 minutes. It's a good, not it's not Stalker.
Yeah.
I'll get pissed on that also. But I'll see you tomorrow night, and on the next week we will talk about the Daredevil probably. So thank you for listening. Have fun and stay healthy and safe. Bye guys, and see ya.
Bye, guys.